clean up here. Oh, well,
Take it away.
thank you very much. So my name is Rob Spohr. I am the academic VP at Montcalm Community College. And we came into this already interested in an HVAC program because we had been hearing from some of our employers that there was a shortage. And I'm sure everyone knows that there's a shortage just about everywhere right now. But unlike a lot of the jobs that are out there, these tend to be better paying jobs because of the skill required. There we go. So our goal was pretty simple, actually, from the beginning, is to study and then create what was needed for both electrical and HVAC. Electrical, we've also put in there because there's a certain amount of electronics that we already teach. And once you start getting the HVAC components in there, you're like one class from the electrical. And there's a lot of electrical that's done within the HVAC. And now with many of the systems that are so advanced, and that's another part of the program, you really need a good background in electrical. And we also know that electricians are another skill set, another job that's needed in our area, among other places in Michigan. Key takeaways as we went through the data, nothing was really surprising. We pretty much knew that our area is below the state average when it comes to wages, educational attainment, pretty much everything across the board. We tend to be in the bottom 10 counties in Michigan of any of the ones that you wouldn't want to be in the bottom 10, there we are. So another thing, this one was actually interesting, that it showed that of our service area, 54% are male, but 34% of our students are male. You can see that as you walk around here. The 34% being male was not a shock, but the fact that males outnumbered females did cause us to stop and say, wow, that makes it even more important to be able to see where are the guys. And I think in higher education, period, that's a question. In 2019, 2020, this is the kind of statistic that makes you want to go to the bar. It's 6% of all completions at MCC led to a job that requires less than a bachelor's degree and a living wage. Yeah, we'll just leave that for what it is. And a lot of that has to do with the jobs that are around here. So another thing was the alignment between our programs and jobs that lead to a living wage. Actually, it's not bad for some of these. When you talk about industry as a whole, it may not be industry in Montcalm County that pays a living wage right now, but if you look at the jobs in the industry as a whole, there are quite a few. And really our business, industrial, and healthcare programs do lead to those jobs that should be, and in some cases are, above the living wage. And lastly, something that we're all dealing with, enrollment measured by contact hour continues to fall, but our head count is increasing. And basically what that's showing us is that we have more students taking fewer classes, and a lot of it has to do with the economy. I'm sure everyone else is in the same boat. Students are working, and many of them work, and they're working 50, 60 hours a week right now because there's not enough people out there. And so they prioritize working and taking care of whatever it is they have to take care of above education. Here's just some quick population insights. You'll notice that on the left-hand side, Montcalm. So we considered our service area, both Montcalm and Ionia counties for this, for the data. You'll notice that Montcalm County lags behind Ionia County in almost everything up there, including high school attainment, which is only 89.3%. You would think it'd be more, but it's not. And as I showed before, bachelor's degree attainment in it's only 17% in Ionia, but even lower, 14.5% in Montcalm County, which is much below the state average. Up in the top right corner, this is the Alice data that we have. Notice that the median household income, and this is Montcalm County only, is $10,000 below the median income for the state average. And that right there, that tells you a lot. And even better, our unemployment rate's only 3.8%. So everyone who wants a job, literally everyone who wants a job, has a job right now, but the pay is not great. And which leads to households in poverty, 1% higher than the state of Michigan, but Alice households 4% higher than the state of Michigan. Insights, these, if you look at the chart that's under wages by attainment, blue is the state average after 5 years. Orange, I put Montcalm in there. And you'll notice that the state average for all of the different, education levels, the state is higher than Montcalm, except for high school. And in that one, many of our folks have a high school diploma, and they can go out and they can get a decent job, but not great. And this is just the one at the bottom here. As our core students, you can notice how at the college part-time since 2019 has gone from 65% to 73%, and full-time has obviously done the exact opposite. HVAC program itself, it's strong. HVAC is a job that if you get a job in it, you can earn a living wage. So this one right here, top posted job titles. So many of the job postings in HVAC don't actually say HVAC. So if you look at this, you don't get to anything that says HVAC until you get down to the 8th one. But all of those others are job postings for HVAC, and there's a lot of them. Over here, the high demand, high wage, this is from the top 50 hot jobs. You'll notice the red arrows, those are the programs we're adding with what we're doing right now. Green is our programs we have that are already on the top 50. And blue is one we're going to be looking at very soon after completing this, because there's a lot of plumbing already in HVAC. So we'll be partway there. And it is on and probably will stay on the top 50. Next steps. I think we're probably a little bit ahead. We did bring an advisory committee together, showed them everything we were looking at. They very quickly said, yes, we need this. And one of the companies that's on our advisory committee keeps trying to give us units for students to work on. And we're like, whoa, we don't have a space yet. They just took a bunch off at GVSU, and they were like, how many do you want? We'll deliver them to you. They can start taking them apart. So holding them off, but we we have been going down the road of seeing what the curriculum would look like to meet the needs of the employers. And like I said, in their space is a problem for us, but we have an area. It's just we need to get that area ready if we're going to do it. And questions?